I mean, I've heard every story, and you know, when I was younger, I tried to confront these people. And younger, I mean like 20, 21, 22. I grew up after that. Um, but people were quick. They'd tell me, so and so had this to say about you, and I'd go out looking for them. I was 22, 23, 24, so around that age, and I'd heard about a local guy who was saying that he's challenged me for my belt, and my belt, which one I don't know. Apparently, there's just one. And I would duck him, and he came to fights and challenged me, and you know, I used to go out looking for this guy. Like I'd heard where he would be around, and I don't know what I was planning to do. I just wanted to confront him, and why? I mean, he wasn't going to admit he said it. And also, everything I would be hearing was secondhand. It's like the game of telephone. By the time it reaches you, there's a little added to the story. I doubt it was just exactly what came out of this person's mouth. Um, and even in a lot of cases with like trash talk, even if it's not about me, I'd give people the benefit of the doubt. There was a story. Well, it's not a story. It actually happened. But I went to a bar. I don't go to bars too often, but I live in the middle of nowhere. I don't have TV. I don't want TV. But it was when the Cubs were going to win the World Series, and we're in the World Series. Like, you know what? Fuck it. It's the fucking Cubs. They fucking suck, and you all know they do. They've notoriously sucked. But it's like, this is history. You got to watch this. It was Game 7. So I went to a small town bar here near where I live, and as soon as I get to the door, some girl goes, "Hey, you're that fighter, la da da." She starts telling me about her boyfriend, who's this amazing fighter and 12-0. Like, oh yeah, really? Okay. And he had a pretty common name. I had never heard of him, but I didn't want to say, oh, he's fucking nobody. Because there are, in Iowa and this area, there were so many small little underground fights, and he may have fought and won. I don't know. I mean, once I went inside, I did have to look him up. I'm like, oh, he's not on here, but that still don't mean shit. And when I was sitting there, she's like, "Hey, there's the guy." And because there was a big old black guy, and it's not even about race, but small town, big black dude, it's not common. And I was like, "Oh, hey, you fight?" He's like, "Yeah," and he starts telling me about he's 12-0, and I'm like, "Oh, beat anybody good?" And he's like, "Yeah, that fucking guy claimed he was in the UFC, that fucking Travis Fulton guy, yeah, fuck whooped his ass." I'm like, "Oh man, really?" And it's weird because I'm Travis Fulton. It's like, "Oh no, it wasn't you. Oh man, must have been somebody else." And I was like, "Well, where are you fought?" And he's telling me how he's getting like $5,000 to fight in abandoned gas stations and parking garages. And I'm like, "Awesome, man. $5,000 for abandoned gas station fight. This sounds like good money." And I humored him, and I think, in fact, I know he realized that I knew he was full of shit, and he's like, "Yeah, I gotta go." And I'm like, "Come on. Well, if you line up on one of those $5,000 gas station fights, hook me up. I need one." And I never heard from him again. So no abandoned gas station fights for me.